Ever wondered what hidden force drives a manager's need to control every details? Micromanagement isn't just a workplace buzzword. It's often a response to pressure, uncertainty, or even a deep-seated desire to get things right. While it can be frustrating, suffocating, and even downright exhausting for those on the receiving end, it's really driven by bad intentions. Many managers who micromanage don't even realize they're doing it. They simply want to ensure success, avoid mistakes, or even meet certain expectations. So rather than assigning blame, let's ask, why do managers over every task? Double check emails and insist on approving decisions. So today, we are going on a journey to uncover the 10 main reasons managers micromanage. And trust me, some of them may even surprise you. Hey everyone, I'm Tutu Ariyo, your ICF certified coach and agile coach. I'm here to help you navigate leadership, career growth, and maybe even, let's be honest with ourselves, some messy realities of life. Micromanagement is a deep ingrained behavior rooted in the past experience, our psychology, and external pressures. And before we jump quickly to judge, let's peel back some of the layers and understand what is really happening beneath the surface. So let's dive into the reasons behind micromanagement, starting with one of the most common motivations: fear of failure. Imagine a manager who feels that every mistake their team makes is a direct reflection on them or on their performance. That fear so tightly grips them that they believe that controlling every details is the only way to protect their reputation. And the result? A suffocating work environment where team members don't feel trusted to make decisions. But fear is not the only culprit here. Some managers micromanage simply because they need to be in control. 2. Need for control. For some leaders, letting go feels rather impossible. Their perfectionism or fear of losing authority means that they must oversee every step, like a pilot who refuses to trust the autopilot. They cling to the controls, unwilling to believe the plane can still fly smoothly without them. Yet, control is often just a symptom of a deep issue: trust, or rather, maybe the lack of it. 3. Lack of trust. Trust is the foundation of any successful team. Yet, micromanagers simply don't believe in their team's ability. Their mindset is, if I'm not watching every move, things will fall apart. Like that movie, Things Fall Apart. The lack of trust crushes creativity and kills motivation, which leaves the team members feeling undervalued. But what if the real issue is not the team, but the manager's own insecurity? 4. Insecurity. A dash of insecurity can go a long way in shaping behavior. When managers feel threatened, whether by their position, their colleagues, or even their team members' competency, they might resort to micromanagement as a way to reassert control. It's less about ensuring success and more about protecting their own confidence. And that insecurity is often amplified when they are new to leadership. 5. Inexperience. New managers are some of the most notorious micromanagers simply because they don't yet know how to delegate effectively. They fear that stepping back equals losing control or losing authority, and in their uncertainty, they overcompensate by tightening their grip on everything. But even experienced leaders can fall into the same trap, especially those with perfectionist tendencies. 6. Perfectionism. Setting impossibly high standard isn't just something we do. to ourselves is something we can impose on others. Perfectionist managers struggle to hand over tasks because they believe no one else will do them just right. And in their mind, every detail matters. So they simply refuse to loosen their control. But sometimes the pressure to micromanage doesn't come from just within, it comes from above. 7. Pressure from upper management. When leadership is breathing down your neck, micromanaging can feel like the safest way to meet the right deadline and, meet those aggressive targets. The pressure trickles down, forcing managers to control every aspect of their team's work just to avoid scrutiny. And in some cases, it's not just about pressure, it's about wanting to look good, the desire to impress. 8. Desire to impress. Some managers micromanage purely as a way to showcase their value to higher ups. They want to be seen as indispensable, the person who knows every details, who knows everything, and they keep everything running smoothly. But in reality, this often has the opposite effect on their team members, hindering the very productivity that they are aiming to boost. And if a manager has been burnt before, that can sometimes reinforce their need to micromanage. 9. Past negative experiences. A bad experience, whether it's a failed project or maybe an unreliable employee or team members or a toxic work environment, can leave lasting scars. Some managers cling to micromanagement as a defense mechanism, convinced that keeping control will prevent history from repeating itself. But sometimes, micromanagement isn't about fear or pressure or insecurity. It's simply a learned behavior. Which brings us to 10. Learned behavior. Micromanagement is often a habit picked up from previous workplaces or former bosses or even childhood experiences. So, if a manager was trained in an environment where control was the norm, they may struggle to break free from that mindset, even if it is holding back their team. So where does this leave us? If micromanagement is so deeply ingrained, is there any other way to fix it? While micromanagement is often seen as a negative trait in the workplace, it's actually part of who we are. And let's be honest, we all have it to some degree. The trick is in managing it. If we understand the underlying intention behind micromanaging, like ensuring things are done properly and efficiently, we can actually harness it to our advantage. In fact, there are situations where micromanagement can even be beneficial. For instance, those with a keen eye for details can be invaluable in industries that require precision. They are great at sticking to processes and ensuring team follow protocols to the letter. So the next time you find yourself dealing with a manager, or if you realize you're one, think about the reason behind the behavior. Use it to your advantage, set boundaries, and use that need to control to promote professional growth and excellent service delivery. You just might find a way to channel it into something that works for everyone. The next time you find yourself in a micromanagement loop, ask this question: what is really driving this need to control? By understanding these motivations, you can shift your approach, empower your team, and foster a more productive work environment. Have you ever been described as a micromanager? Or do you work with one? If you are ready to transform your leadership style and empower your team, let's not wait. At Ignite Your Path, our coaching sessions help leaders set boundaries, communicate effectively, and navigate workplace challenges without losing their peace of mind. Now, head to the link below to book your free 30 minutes discovery call with me. Together, we will tackle your specific challenges and ensure you get the results that you deserve. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more empowering content. And remember, we don't just coach frameworks, we coach humans. And until next time, keep growing and keep challenging yourself.